What's going on, guys? Just want to do a quick uh, weekend overview. We're gonna see the market start to open here pretty soon for overnight trading. So I just wanted to start getting a look at things before I go over this with my premium group tonight. If there's any stocks that you want me to take a look at or go over, I can definitely take a look at them. Also going to take a look at Trader Daddy Pro to see last week the most looked at or most mentioned stocks and top whale watching stocks. I think one a lot of people are looking at going into tomorrow is going to be Robinhood. We have a big chance for this to break out higher here. Put it into your frame because you guys are probably watching this on your phone. So you could see we have really starting to come out of this big base here for Robinhood. And we keep getting all of these insider trades for Robinhood just over and over. And you can see this huge base down here. We're finally breaking out of it. Also, just a side note, I find this to be always super interesting. And I'll go over this with you guys again in about a minute or two. But just keep this in mind. You're going to see that every time that price breaks any sort of resistance or some sort of uh, square or rectangle or whatever, right? If we're breaking that with some sort of institutional buying, and we have a clear target, which of course our target is going to be right up here, this 200 moving average, 102.50. We're at 93 right now. So if that's the case, right? And we also have momentum heading straight up on the bottom right here. And we also have, wouldn't you guess, look at that, rising volume as well. Even in while the market was going down for 2 or 3 weeks, we still had green rising volume. So super interesting. When you get all of those in a row, since January, we've never just gone, it's never just fallen apart. And this keeps getting more insider buying over and over again. I think I just want to double check in some of my smart tools here. Let's see, where is it? I think it's in Market Intel, insider activity. Okay. Let me see where I could find Robinhood. I don't know if it's going to be on Friday, but we have AMD. Summit Therapeutics keeps getting more. LFTO Mobile. ANET cluster buys. There was a huge amount of insider buying, though. I just want to check that out for Robinhood. Um, Hood stock insider buying. It's gonna be right here. So this was 35 million worth of stock. June 3rd and June 5th, we have 181,000 shares on June 3rd, and then June 5th, we had another 150,000 shares. So that's quite a lot. So I'm going to be looking at Robinhood specifically because my indicators, whenever this happens, it always ends up going to the next target. And if you take a look at the same thing happened with Bank of America too. So you'll see over here, same situation. We had Bank of America coming off of this triangle right here. And we had that, see this green highlighted box? That's the institutional buying or unusual buying pressure. We went straight up to our next target because on the bottom, we also had momentum heading straight up and we had volume heading straight up. So every time it's broken a structure with all of those included into it, we've always gone to the next target. So that's why Robinhood does look really good. It's the same situation, just, different stock, I guess, but, same checklist. So Robinhood to the 200 moving average does look like exactly like Bank of America, how it broke out of that triangle. So now that we're breaking this resistance right here, let me just draw that. right here. This is also a second stage doji candle. Whenever you have a candle that looks like this is a second stage candle for it to go higher. Right here, this over here, and now we can get up over here to this 200 moving average, yellow squiggly line around 102.80. But let's actually see how much money could we make off something like that. Well, on TradingView, you can actually, instead of going to option strat, let me show you a TradingView trick. If you go to products on TradingView in the bottom right like this and click, you can add options. So people are always telling me how they can't trade options on TradingView. Well, now they do. Congratulations. There it is. Options, you highlight the star, okay? And now you have something that looks like this. You can click on it. Well, it worked on my laptop. That's a shame. Hold on a second. Well, I don't know where it is here, but if you click on products, you can click on options and it should pop out. I mean, it's this thing right here. I don't know where it is. But in any case, it's the same thing as option strat. I thought that was pretty cool though. We could just go to option strat though and figure out how much would this Robinhood call be? How much could we make? So let's say we do July 17th and we go out. Also remember this week is a 4-day trading week. Friday is a holiday in the United States. You could do these 120 calls for $142. And on Friday, it had 3,800 volume, 6,100 open interest. It's so again, it's $142 for this Robinhood call. Now, if we get to our target, which is this 200 moving average on the daily, that's about 103. So what happens if Robinhood gets to 103? How much money will our $142 turn into? Here's our 142. We would make, what did we say? 100 and what? 103. So we would make $171 in profit. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. Let's say you do a June 2nd instead, shorter terms, and you do something like this. Well, the $120 strike, that's only $60. How much can you make off of this $60? Well, you would make $110. $110 in profit off of 60 is not bad. That would be 160%. So I would probably get the June 2nds, the June 17s. Then I'd probably get a September call just so I have more time to let it just keep running up. But this is a really good setup for Robinhood to go higher here. Like I said, we're breaking this base. And now we have a real nice target with this 200 moving average right here. So definitely looking for that to continue. Also, with all that insider buying, a lot of confirmation that it'll continue. Got a lot of institutional buying as well. So looks pretty good. Um, some other ones that I liked on Friday, Nokia, I think is probably going to hit $20 soon. All of these repurposed 90s stocks that are now doing AI infrastructure. Um, a lot of insider buying, a lot of institutional buying. If we can clear 15 here or 1550, we can definitely start to see our next resistance is actually 17, and then our next resistance is 1930 after that. The other one that's the most interesting right now is Ondas because they got new contracts again. They joined the Russell this week. The most institutional buying out of all of these drone stocks, which is super interesting. Um, and it's sitting right on this 200 moving average. You could see it right here. And this support, every time it gets between 8 and 950, it always ends up going back up. So you could see it right here. Look at this. Every time it comes down, the lowest it could get to is probably 815. But let's just play a game with this one. Let's say you do an Ondas. I'll look at DVN right after this one. Let's say we do an Ondas July 17th. That's going to be really expensive, right? Well, let's do a 15 strike. Oh, look at that. It's only $17 or $16.50. So when people tell me that options trading is risky or it's expensive, you could just play something like this. This is one contract is $17, a whole $17, right? And let's say, and you have until July 17 for it to go up. You just need it to go up to make money. That's all you need. As long as it goes up, you'll make way more than if the stock went up. So I don't really understand the risk here because it's only $17. So let's say Ondis gets back to 1150 up here. Nothing crazy, just where its next level is. Its next level is about 1150. And that would be 230%. So you could turn your $17 into about $40. So each of these $17 ones you could turn into 40. $40 of pure profit. So it's 40 plus the original 17. So you're getting turning 17 into 57, which is pretty good. I mean, I would buy something for $17 on the risk that it would turn into 57. The worst thing that could happen is I lose my $17. That's the worst thing. And I wouldn't let that happen. I would just sell it if it went down 50%. So I'm always risking, half of whatever I'm putting in to make whatever I'm trying to make for my target. Um, you think the market's going to go crazy? Yeah, I saw that something was announced that there's going to be a signing in Switzerland. I'm kind of getting a little fatigued by all this, back and forth. We're going to see. I'm not 100% sure what's going to happen. I did put some QQQ calls over the weekend just in case there was an announcement. So I hope that's true because those are going to skyrocket tomorrow. And I really hope that happens. So I've realized a lot of times just putting in, like sort of a guess, like sort of a little gamble on some of these, like when it works, it's really worth it. It will like make like your whole week, you know? And even if I lose it 4 or 5 times in a row, if I get it the sixth time, it's worth anything. It's worth so much more. Somebody wanted, it was a Pakistani official. A what? What is a Shabazz Sheriff? I don't. What's a Shabazz Sheriff? It was a Pakistani fish. Oh, Shabazz Sharif. Sorry, that made me look really bad. Sorry, it's hard to read on my other screen. Some of these things that you guys say. It's kind of like far away. What else did you guys want? Oh, DVN. That's my favorite energy stock. Look how nice this looks. This is gonna have a nice squeeze effect to it. What do you guys think? I mean, for DVN, it has all the support in the world right here. I wouldn't mind swinging some options on this. From here up to maybe 47. I mean, it's definitely a great buying area. It looks good. Up and down, up and down, up and down. This is just a squeeze. I might just let it get squeezed out of here, and then I'll play, you know, the rip out up to 53 if that happens. Or if it gets back to 44, I'll play it. DVN looks rather good. Let me just check something on Trader Daddy Pro. If I go to DVN, I always like to check the levels. So it needs to get, it's definitely going to get to 46. You could see it for yourself right here. It's just a big green bar and like a magnet. It's going to, you know, move itself right to it. So 46, we're already, 46 is right above this. We're at 45.31. So the 20 moving average is also 46. So probably at least going to hit this level here. And I'm not sure what's going to happen after. Oh, sorry, I forgot to scroll down. He's the prime minister who's been brokering it. Oh, okay. I saw that Trump said they were supposed to sign the peace deal today. We'll see. Israel is still bombing Lebanon, so I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I'm just reading what you guys are saying. I don't know either. And I follow this like all day long, every day. It's gotten to a point where like, you know what? We'll know because the stock market will take it seriously to some degree, SMR. Yeah, if you guys want me to look at some stocks, put them in the chat and I'll look at them. No problem. If you guys don't put any stocks in the chat, I'm just going to keep looking at what I want to look at. SMR looks like a great buy right here. This is the nuclear power stock that I really like. Um, this looks great. You could just buy the stock and just chill. You know how I mean, you could buy, let's say you have $5,000. You could put, or let's say you have $2,000, right? You could buy 1,000 of it right now. If it goes down, you could put another 500 in. And if it goes up above 1150, you could put another 500 in. And then you could sell half of all of your shares when it gets to 14. And then you just chill after that all the way up to this 200 moving average. Then you sell another half. Then you chill and just let it keep going after that. Now you just have runners. Sucks. Semiconductors looks interesting. It's basically the same chart as AMD, you know. So I like whenever we have these green buying pressure candles right here. This looks really good. We have a second stage doji candle. We should continue at least up to 628 and then 720 something. It's the other one. IBM. IBM looks good. It could break wide open with this news about the war being everything could break wide open. I mean, Micron, I have a feeling we're going to see Micron go to like 1,200 in like one day. I don't know if it's going to be tomorrow, but like sometime this week, I have that feeling. Um, IBM. Also, silver and gold are at like all-time lows for the year, by the way. Like, don't sleep on silver and gold. You can get really inexpensive long-term options right now. IBM looks great. This is exactly how I drew it. So it looks like it's going to bounce off these moving averages and go right back up. So I do think it's probably going to be good. IBM needed a spark down here and it got it. And so now it's kind of like Intel. I think this one of these legacy stocks can just keep going now. This bubble will never burst, man. I swear. Yeah, I feel you, bro. I feel you. Well, yeah, what is Ichor Holdings? Um, I remember this. Did you say this? You gave this to me last time, right? Hey, let me add this to my watch list. This is good. I like this. So this is a perfect example of a break. Watch this. Here's your break, right? Now, let's focus. Also, you know what's good here? There's a lot of things happening that are good. We have a second stage doji candle right here. We have it happened off of unusual buying, which is right here, pressure, this green. We also have rising momentum right here, and we have green volume down here. So we hit all of them. All of them have hit. So this is definitely one. ICHR and Hood have the same exact check. That checklist has yet to, besides news, has yet to fail at this point. So I'm also going to look for a rebound on RDW here. It's at a great level at 15. Might get some more shares at this level of RDW. I bought shares at 8. I also played options on it all the way up, but then I kind of was hands off um, for a little bit. Might get back into this. Had a share reissuance. So, anything else that you guys want me to take a look at? BlackBerry is an interesting name too. You could take a look. BlackBerry. is setting up to go higher. It really hugs this 20 moving average. See, right here. So BlackBerry does look good. I think BlackBerry can eventually get to like 12 to 15. I don't see why not. Um, Let me go back over here. No, actually, let me go back and look at Nvidia and then Apple. Nvidia is trying here. Nvidia could rip to 216 easily. It just needs one of those days. I think buying Nvidia options here is a really good idea because even if you have to average down and buy another one if it's lower, a near-term Nvidia call can really punch a huge one out for you. For example, let's look at Nvidia. Actually, let's go here and go to the liquidity map. And you're going to see for Nvidia, look at this. I just want calls and I want a max. Yeah, all right, let's look at this. The June 18s, that's this week. Actually, let's do July 17s. That's right here. You could get the 250s are only $76 and they had 8,000 volume, 82,000 open interest. The 235s are only $1.71. So let's go over here. July 17th, Nvidia, the 235s, $1.71. Now let's say Nvidia does get back to 215 or 216. 216 is right here. You would make $198 in pure profit, almost $200 in Nvidia if it goes up 10 more points between now and July. Obviously, there's some time decay to worry about, but generally speaking, that is going to be 111% profit. It's not bad. Take that. Um, what else do you guys want to see? Is everything working for me? Can you guys hear me? No. All right. We could also take a look at Apple. Apple can also swing back up here, getting to a pretty low place. And now we can have this also swing back up. This is a pretty easy one as well. Every time Apple this year has swung down, it's always come back. So Apple options are one of the easiest things to play out of everything. Look at every swing it's come back. Every single swing down, it always has a swing back up. So you could also make a lot with Apple options, just like NVIDIA. Um, I think we could take a look at where the market is opening right now with the futures market. Let's take a look. Might be a little delayed. Hold on a second. Let me go to QQQ. After hours doesn't start till 8 o'clock, but I want to try to see where the market's opening right now. We should be getting it in a few minutes. Let me take a look at like something like Yahoo Finance. Um, this was of June 12th. It's June 14th. So it still really hasn't come in yet. But I'm interested to see where the market is going to open at. ASTS, we're getting to a great buy level with ASTS right here, right at this 200 moving average. Every time ASTS has gone around the 200 moving average, it's come right back. So, also, this is a huge break. So, sometimes what happens is price right here will break out like this, It'll come back to touch this trend line again down here, maybe around 71, and then it'll start to go sideways and make its way back up again. Okay. Any others that you guys want to take a look at? SpaceX was just a big line. Rocket Lab is going to be interesting too. Also, Google owns 5% of SpaceX. So it owns $100 billion worth of SpaceX now. It's crazy. I just want to see where everything's going to open up at. This is Rocket Lab. This looks really good too. Rocket Lab's only at 102 right now. So SWKS. This looks great. It needs to be above this daily 20 moving average though. Skywork Solutions. Yeah, I remember this. NOW is also at a great area, just like Microsoft is. NOW is at this lower level right here. We tried to get above the 200. It inflated pretty quick, but we had so many insiders buy in the 80s down here. And there's a great chance that this is going to fly at some point in the future. HIMS. HIMS is having a tough time down here. It's not as, volatile as as it used to be. Could take a look. See how HIMS used to really take off the last couple of years? It would go from like, 20 to 36 and then 26 to 70 and then 27 to 65. I now we're sort of stuck down here for a bit, so we're probably going to hang out down here for a bit before we start to go up again. But healthcare has been coming back. Eli Lilly and Merck have been doing great. Look at Lilly right here making all-time highs. Also, there's been a lot of insider buying on, not insider buying, large institutional flows on Merck. So we'll see. CoreWeave. I'm not a huge CoreWeave fan, to be honest. I'd have to redraw this. Let's get rid of all the drawings. It's like that. And then this is going to be another triangle here. This bounces off. We could start to go sideways. And then eventually, hopefully, break this trend line to go higher. So we'll see. Any other stocks that you guys want to see? Just want to take a quick look at the heat map on Friday. Eventually, we're going to start to see some names. IWM had a lot of flow. So did Micron. MO had a lot of ones. I think that's Altria. Intel, Marvel. Marvel, I put a call in at the end of the day. Marvel has a crazy looking weekly chart. But again, this has a great, on Friday, this is a great secondary doji candle on the weekly right here. Now, all of these white candles means it's overbought, but everything's overbought right now. So I think we can get a nice little pop out from Marvel right here to push up. Yeah, same thing with Nibius. This also popped out of the wedge. Nibius is the gift that keeps on giving and has new price targets all the time. Just like AMD. AMD has another price target. This is a secondary doji candle right here. Stage 2. We have great buying. Momentum on the bottom is also heading up now. We have green volume. It all looks quite nice. ALMU. What is that? This is another triangle here. And then draw one over here. So now we're about to get squeezed out going up. 28 is our next level, and then up here, 38. So that does look pretty good. Anything else that you guys want to see? Go to sector flow. Sometimes it won't really work until tomorrow. Oh, there it is. This was on Friday, though. We could ask the trader lady, what are the top 5 industries going into this week? Or if you guys want me to ask the trader lady something, I can ask her something. So, technology, financials, healthcare, and regional banks and real estate, she says. She has a little bit of an attitude. It's worth noting that while many sectors are showing bullish signals, some have high relative strength indexes, indicating they might be a bit extended. Just want to check some of these financial stocks because they are starting to break out higher. Robinhood, I think, is the best one right now. Also, a lot of people are taking shots on MSTR because of Bitcoin being so low. How did SpaceX do, and what do you think about it? SpaceX pretty much did what I thought it was going to do, pretty much go up and down. I think SpaceX had a lot of hype and then a lot of hate, and you're going to see another round of hype as it starts landing more and more government contracts. People, since it was a private company, a lot of people didn't pay attention to it, but now people are really going to be paying attention to it. So, I'm probably going to wait 2 weeks and then I'm going to buy $100 every single week for a whole year. And then I'll have somewhere between $5,000 and $7,000 worth of SpaceX. And I will then own that for the rest of my life. I will just own it for forever, and whatever happens, happens. And maybe one year, if it's really far down, I'll just start buying it again. But, with any big stock with potential, it's cool to wrap up a whole year of dollar cost averaging with it. So, you know, interesting chart though here in MSTR, right? This had so much flow coming in. We're at a really low level here for all the Bitcoin stocks. Mostly, there's no more Bitcoin stocks left. They all became the Irons and the Maras and the Nibiuses and the Keel is now another one, which used to be called something else. But I think only IBIT, the Trust, and MSTR are the only true Bitcoin. Riot is another one. So I don't know. Between 2019 and 2023, Bitcoin was everything. And so since then, we can look at how much support of buying pressure MSTR has under it, though. So I have a pretty good sense that it's going to come back. Um, CD, oh, MRAM. I don't keep up with this stock as much. Everspin. It's at a good fair value, though. It's at another good fair value is VCX, and that has VCX has SpaceX, Anthropic, Anduril. It has Databricks, Ramp, OpenAI. So at 130, it's a good deal down here. CDE. Yo, Bitfarm equals Keel. That's real ball knowledge right there. Yeah, Bitfarm, exactly. That's real ball knowledge to know Bitfarms turned into Keel. That escaped my mind. I was like, it was Bit something. I just kind of forgot. I had options on Bitfarm, and then all of a sudden I was up on Keel, and I was like, the hell's Keel? But it's pulling another iron, and it's doing great. CDE is doing really, really well at this level. I like all of the gold and silver plays right now. They're at a really great level. All of these can play out really well. SoFi, also all the fintech stocks like SoFi, Robinhood, Webull, they're all at great levels at this stage too. SoFi looks like it's about to break out too, so looks pretty good here. Yeah, you could see Keel right here. This used to be Bitfarms a couple months ago in April. It rebranded itself into an AI infrastructure company. It went straight to six. Yep. So now there's not, I don't know any other, I mean, Coinbase, I guess you could say is a true, like, not even a true Bitcoin stock, but Coinbase down here is getting a lot of flow as well. So, you know, PLTR, another one. This looks pretty good. You know, I keep saying anything below 130 is a gift for Palantir. I mean, a gift from Palantir. It does look rather good. You can definitely play this back up. I just want to reload this 1 second, so I might get my options thing to work. Because you can now get options on TradingView. I got it on my laptop, but it's this button to the bottom right. You can go to products, and TradingView now has options. Yeah, see, there it is. There it is. So here's the thing, guys. What you could do, right? This is interesting. You can go to the bottom right, hit products, and then go to options. It's right here. I guess then you have to refresh your page afterwards because it wasn't doing it before. Then it's this button, and then you get all the options. So, and then what's interesting is now you can actually place options trades right on TradingView. So, but it's the same thing, I think, as going to option strat for free. It's just now they have it on TradingView. Enough people wanted this. But for the Ondis ones for July 17s, you could see that the 15 calls are only, yeah, there it is, $17. And then over here, launch, see overview. Oh, wow, look at this. They're getting serious. So for these, you could make, if Ondis goes to 11 or $12, let's say it goes to $12, you'd make $50 in profit off of that. This is pretty interesting. I'm gonna keep fooling around with this. But yeah, now they have options here. Um, AUR, Microsoft. Let me get my watch list back up. This looks good. Aura, Aurora. Yeah, we're above the 50 moving average finally. Next resistance is actually not until 731, so we got about another dollar it could go. Microsoft at a great level too. Got two candles down here. No, that wasn't right. Oh, look at that, guys. Look what we got. Look what we got. Look what we got. Look, look, look. I mean, this is a little delayed, but still, look at this. We got the NASDAQ is spiking. Oh my God, look at this. I have to let people know about this. This is wild. Oh, thank God. I left my QQQ calls in. Those are going to be so far up tomorrow if this holds. New all-time highs. That's for sure. Everybody, I don't know why people comment on my videos and tell me that we're not getting to all-time highs again. Like, so what's going to happen? The market's just going to just go down and it's just going to die forever? Like, I never understand these. Like, of course we're going back to all-time highs. This is a secondary doji candle too, right here. We're definitely getting back. Look at this. This is kind of crazy. Big pop right here, guys. Big pop. Let's see what it looks like on QQQ. Where? Oh, it's not available yet, but it's, I guess at 8 o'clock we'll see it. But right now, oh my God, that's great. Great news for all. Thank God. Next resistance is all the way up here at 32,000 for the NASDAQ. Let's look at ES. Look at this. Isn't this crazy? Big, big, big pop out here. We are up 1.7% on SPY, S&P 500. We are up. So if you're just seeing this, oh my goodness, we are up almost 2.5% on the NASDAQ overnight. This is wild. This is wild. And then the Russell, we are up 1.8%. Look at that. Oh, thank God I put these in on Friday. It's worth it to do these. Oh, tonight's Zoom is going to be so much fun. This whole week is going to be so much fun now. Like every time we go down, we just come right back up anyway. Um, let's look at I think oil has to be going down, right? Yeah, look at that. Big drop on oil. We're going to get below 80. Did we get below 80 yet? No, we bounced off of 80, but we're going to be heading down to probably 73 is my guess. I still have those oil puts in from a while ago. Hope those make money. Uh, PSKY, Paramount. This looks good. It's at $10. I mean, I would take a shot at this. At the worst case, you could buy more at 8. Any others that you guys want to see? Let's take a look at gold. Gold popped up. Look at that. We're at 4,300 now. I knew it wasn't going to stay at 4,000. That was going to be ridiculous. That was where this low was over here. So came back up fast. But I think that's it. I appreciate you guys staying for the last 30, 40 minutes. Silver looks great, though. Silver's going to run all the way up till about 72. That's why I said when silver gets into the 60s, it's like free money. Let's take a look back at the NASDAQ. Oh my goodness. This keeps going. This is such a big pop right here. Just to put that into perspective, we're not far away from all-time highs right now. Let's take a look. Trader Daddy Pro has this here. Let's see. No, we're gonna have to reset this tomorrow because we're just way, way too up front right now. We're at 30,373. Yeah, like we're gonna have to reset this whole thing by morning because we just keep going higher now. All-time highs was back at 30,814. So it's like another 500 points. It's only actually not that far away. It's going to be about, let's see. It's only 1.5% away from all-time highs again. So, like I was saying before, like there's no way that we just stopped. Also, we saw this too, right? The fear and greed index. The fear and greed index is a 34 fear. We got all the way to 25 just to show you like on here. See, look. Oh, it doesn't have. Yeah, 34. We were below 25 last week. So, this is definitely now coming back. Every time it gets below 25, it's like the best time to buy ever. Always happens. Man, what a big pop out. This is crazy. That's good. We got a lot of went through a lot of stocks. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I think that's gonna be it. A lot of the drone companies also are getting more contracts right now. Katos, Ondas, something to look out for. But this is the big news right here. We also have the Fed, Kevin Warsh, the new one, speaking this week. So, um, yeah, I got to get ready for my group at 7:30. Um, if you guys want to meet with me one-on-one for any reason, you guys can do that. If you want to just message me, ask me any questions. I think this is also the last day to check out Trader Daddy Pro, the site, at $5. And then also, if you attend any of my streams, I also do the my premium group. Instead of $99 a month, it's only 80. So you can always contact me for that too. All right, guys, that's going to be it from me. Thanks for watching, and I will try to see you guys tomorrow as best as I can. Have a great rest of your day, weekend, night, whatever it is, wherever you're from, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.